I'm starting streaming right now. So Gilang, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anyone in the channel? Let me see. I don't think so. Not yet. How can I see it? We are live right now, as you can see. Okay.
So I think my latency is over 10 seconds.
Mine is really fast, I think. As you can see, the health is good.
Oh, I think it's because I think it's because of the live stream. The live stream is 10 seconds late, I think.
Oh, that's possible. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we waiting for someone, for AJ maybe, and other people? Alvin, can you send him a message?
Alright.
Dima, I have never seen you before. I never see you before. This is the first time. How are you doing in Russia? What do you think? Are we going to start or? What do you think, Ilan?
Alvin is already in the YouTube.
Okay.
He is already watching.
Okay, let's start then. Maybe people will come later.
I cannot open the team viewer because of the fast user switching, I think. I'll just try to disconnect to your team viewer first.
Okay. Who's this? Can you hear me, Elvin? Okay. Let's wait for Gilang to show up. Then we can start.
I cannot see the screen, but do you hear my voice?
Yes, I hear your voice. That's enough.
Okay, but I cannot see the screen.
Oh no, that's no problem. I can. You don't see the desktop, mine desktop?
No.
Okay. Can you check the YouTube or not?
Yes, but it's 10 seconds late.
Okay. Just let's get started. I think. Let me tell about myself again. This I've already done this before. My name's Elki Bachtia. I am 39 years old. I work for CIB right now, the Ministry of Justice in Holland. I work as a Scrum Master, but also a Oracle financial consultant. and I'm actually functional and technical both. So I'm also an entrepreneur. So I just started my business for like from February 2017, and I'm the missing link between the dev and user, because I'm the dev who can communicate also with user. I have passion about new technology and learning new stuff and solving technical challenges. So that's me. I also would like to introduce you to Gilang. Are you there, Gilang? I think he's gone, right? Gilang, are you there? Gilang? Well, Gilang is 28 years old. He is the co-founder and CTO of Car2. He's the owner of Vesperia. And can you tell about yourself?
Yes.
Please do. Please do.
Hello.
Can you tell me about yourself? Who you are?
Oh yeah, alright. Sorry because I could. Sir, I cannot see the. Yes, I am the. I'm 28 years old. I have 7 years experience. I have several startups before. I used to have Vesperia, one of the software house company, and then I also have a company called Car2, who is solving the loyalty program, and it is using blockchain technology, which is I'm trying to explore right now. So yeah, I'm also a certified Microsoft solution expert and also IBM certified. So that's about it. I think.
I'm not
myself.
developer. Really. I'm just interested in such technology like blockchain, especially.
Okay, Dima, I don't have a presentation for you, but can you tell me about yourself?
Okay. I'm not developer actually. I'm not web developer. I'm just an engineer and some electrical stuff. And I'm very interested in the blockchain technology. And so I'm gonna learning.
Okay, can you see everything? The team viewer, can you
What?
can you see everything on the team viewer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Okay, let's get going. What we're gonna do today? We're gonna create a new cryptocurrency using Ethereum smart contract, and I will cover the ERC20 standard, what it is, and the vulnerability of the ERC20 standard, and I also will tell you about the ERC23 standard. And after creating a new cryptocurrency, we will deploy it to testrpc, and then we'll connect the testrpc with the MetaMask, and we will execute the smart contract from browser, so you will see what will happen. And then we will deploy everything to the testnet ropsten. And at the end, we will execute everything on the testnet itself. We hope it will be ready in 1 hour, maybe 1 hour and a half. So, do you guys have input about this? About the goals of today? It's okay, right? Okay, let's get started. So what is ERC20 token standard? Actually, ERC20 is part of Ethereum improvement proposal. So when there's a new proposal, it will be put on the Ethereum improvement proposal GitHub. I will show you that. It's the ERC20 token standard. It's just an it's a coding convention. So it's an agreement between some of people who is working on it, and it's also recommending programming style, how you program the token standard. And it's also a standard method for creating token, which also used by a lot of exchange platform. And I have here a link of this. It's really annoying because I have to. So what is ERC20 token standard method? It's actually a standard that has some of functions before, like a total supply, that's the total of the token supply. It has a balance of function, so you can get the balance of the token. It has a transfer function, and it can send amount of token from owner address to another address. So you put only the address where you're going to send to, and it has a function transfer from, which means that you can allow someone else to send token on your behalf. And it has an approve function, which will give approval to spender to withdraw from your account. It can be multiple times, and of course up to the value what you give him to approve to. It has an allowance function, which it returns the amount of the approved amount what the spender still allowed to withdraw. And it has two event function, which is triggered to the public blockchain. It is a transfer trigger and an approval trigger. So the transfer trigger will be triggered when the token are transferred, and the approval event will trigger whenever the approve method is called. So why we should use ERC20 standard, but there is some vulnerability for the ERC20. If you use a transfer function from a contract address, it is possible that you can lose your token because the receiver contract cannot access this token. It's just a bug in ERC20 standard. And it's also inability of handling incoming token transaction. So if I send you a token, there's no notification to you for you that this transaction has occurs, and also no way to handle incoming tokens. So yeah, you cannot reject token from non-supported tokens. So it only supports the ERC20 standard. And ERC tokens transaction between wallet address and contract is a couple of two different transactions. So you have the internal transaction and you have the normal transaction. So it's different than the normal ERC20, the Ether transaction. So it behaves different way. So if you create a token with ERC20 standard, it will behave different than the Ether transactions. There is ERC23 Standard, which is by, let me see. The ERC23 Standard is created by Dexaran, which is a friend of mine, and all the vulnerability of the ERC20, he has solved it in the ERC23 standard, which I created a new standard see. So the ERC23 standard is my implementation of the ERC23 standard, so you can see what is better, why is this better than ERC20 standard. The ERC23 standard is backward compatible with the ERC23 is backward compatible with the ERC20 standard, so you can also use all the functionality of the ERC20. And it provides a possibility to avoid lost tokens. If you send a token from a smart contract, you won't lose it. And it allows users to send their token anywhere with one function, which is only transfer function. So will be no difference between a receive contract and you won't need to learn new thing. You know, it works the same as just sending token with one function. It allows contract developer to handle incoming token transactions. So if you have if someone sends you another token, so you can handle this by this function. And this new standard is also 2 times less gas than the ERC20 standard. The other thing is that it allows to deposit tokens into contract with a single transaction, so it prevents extra blockchain bloating and makes token transactions similar to Ether transactions. So if you send Ether, it's actually the same as you send a token. This is GitHub where you can see the different standards. Okay, today what we're gonna do, we're gonna to implement the ERC20 transfer implementation. So if you look to the ERC20, it has a transfer function with parameter address to and parameter value, and it must return Boolean success. So when we're going to start, we have to know if the value is bigger than 0. So it's just to make sure that you don't accept value is equal as 0 or value less than 0. In that case, the transfer will be return false, so the token will not be transferred to you. And you have also to make sure that the balance of the owner, message sender is the owner, it has to be greater or same as the value. So you cannot transfer more than you have. And we will also have a balance overflow function. So to make sure that the balance of the sender, of the receiver, will not have overflow. And if all these requirements are correct, we will subtract the balance of the owner, and after that we will add the balance to the receiver, and after that we will broadcast the transaction. Before that, you will need testrpc. And testrpc is actually a virtual machine in Node.js that simulates a blockchain on your local host. So you can install it with npm install Ethereum.js and testrpc. I've already installed it. I will show you that. I'm sorry. Can
we're
you
not using.
Sorry?
We're not using the the real Ethereum network, right? With the testrpc.
Yeah, that's correct. This is just at the local machine, at my machine. As you can see, testrpc has created some accounts with the public key and the private key of the testrpc. Okay, I have created a description of this webinar. Oh, I'm sorry. So okay, I will clone this. Okay, oh, sorry. It only has README. To be able, if you want to create a smart contract development, you can use Truffle. Truffle is it's actually an environment that you can test and also use it for your local development, but also for your test development. You can install Truffle with npm install min-g Truffle. But I've already installed it, so I can just start to initialize it. So as you can see, it downloads some projects. That's the Hello World project of the Truffle. It has contracts, migration. Let's look at it. You can see it has some folder contracts. It's all the contract in it. It has migration. It has test, and it's also Truffle does test. No, Truffle is okay. What we're going to do is we're going to remove. Oh, let me see why my Sublime is working, because I will show you this. When I put this, it will open Sublime, right? It's because I have an alias here, alias Sublime. It opened automatically my application. That's why it opened Sublime automatically for me. So I will to type this or Sublime, then it will open the text editor. I'm going to remove the comfortlib.sol because it is the test file. I'm also going to remove the metacoin. Okay. What do you say, Giron?
Can we see what is the Hello World? What is it? The goal of this Hello World application that the Truffle init gives. Are we already going to make a token from it?
I'm sorry. What is your question again?
Are we going to make a token
No,
from the Truffle init, the Truffle framework, the Hello World application?
No, we are not going to we are going to create our own token.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what will I do right now? I will create a new file. This new file is an interface of the ERC20 standard. So I will copy all the hold on. I have copied all the interface of the ERC20 interface, and because I'm only going to show you the transfer method, I have removed all this standard function. So today we're only going to let you see the transfer function.
Okay.
And I also will create a library which is called SafeMatch. And this library is just it's some mathematic operation. Does check something for you. When it's not correct, it will turn in error or return in in error. So it won't use gas for you. So actually, if you subtract or you use add or you use mul, then you can use this SafeMatch library. I will put all this in my GitHub project.
Okay.
Then we will create a basic token. And it will be, I have to import the interface, and I will import the SafeMatch function.
It's kind of cool that you can actually get an autocomplete when you type the contract. It actually
This one.
automatically creates it automatically creates the contract name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Is it the feature from Sublime or?
Yes, you can download it. I think I have. You can create a snippet and packages. Wait. Where is it? No. I think I have downloaded the package that create and also, but I will show you later. I don't know where it is. I think it's.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it's here. No, I will show you that. Wait. Package control. Yes, here is it. These packages. As you can see, I have the Ethereum Solidity language syntax.
Snippets.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I use Visual Studio Code.
Okay. Okay, I will. If I create basic token, it will be an interface. It will be extended from the interface of the ERC20. So if you put ES, it's like interface from the ERC20 standard. Actually, and I will also use save match. So this is using save match for the UN256. Alright?
Okay.
Okay, what will be next? We will do a transfer function, and we will implement all of this. So I'm going to copy the transfer function. So I think it should. I think basic token should have balance, and the balance, it will be the balance of the token itself. So I'm mapping the balance of the token like up here. All right?
Okay.
Where's my presentation? Okay, I have to check if the value is greater than 0, right? So what you can do is require value greater than 0. So that's one function to make sure that this value is greater than 0. Actually, I see that the standard of the ERC20 use uint, but I want to use UN256. I will change that. This also. I will change that. Okay, well, the next step.
So what is the difference between using the UN and the UN256?
It's greater. The range are greater. So I think UN. Let me check. UN is only. Sign and unsign is still in steps of 8. So UN256 has 265 bits, right?
Alright, got it.
Okay, what will be next? Next step is we'll check the balance of the owner will be greater or equal than the value. So we'll check if we have enough balance. You can do this. Because I created this function, I can of this variable, I can use it here. This one, which means if I created the contract, I will be the message.sender, which means it will be the I will be the owner of this contract. I will show you that. As you can see, Solidity has some variable and function that you can use. For example, message.sender. It will be an address of the owner in this case. And you can also you can use all this this variable to your contract address. will be greater than okay. The next step is we will check of the balance, if there's balance overflow or not. So hello. So I will check if when oh
she will type on the keyboard. Wait up.
when the balance from the receiver and the value will be and add to it, it has to be bigger than the balance of the receiver itself. In that case, there will be no balance overflow, right? Next step will be that the balance for the owner will be subtracted and the balance of the receiver will be added, and it will broadcast the transaction. This function
On line 16.
can you what do you want to say?
I think you missed an underscore because this one
Oh,
says
yeah. You're right.
the underscore 2.
Okay. This function I can use it like this because I use safe match, so it's the same function as you actually it returns A minus B. So it will return the balance messenger minus the value.
This one here too.
Oh yeah, thank you. And now I will add the balance to the receiver. Then I will do this. This is a transfer event. So I will broadcast the message to the world that someone has transferred a token, and you have to use address from, which is the message
Message to sender.
and this is the receiver and the value of it. And when it's done, you can return true because you have a boolean function as return. So the other one is we're going to put the function balance off. And it will return the balance. Oh. That's it. This is the first cryptocurrency we made for this webinar. So I'm going to show you if we be able to put this on testrpc first, and after that we will put this on the testnet, which is ropsten testnet. Oh wait, I will create this one. So I'm going to use the name webinar token, which has symbol WBT, WBT, with 0 decimal, and the owner will be the message sender. So the creator of this token will be also the owner of the token, and he has a total supply of 1 million of tokens, and the owner will get all the total supply. To be able to deploy this in Truffle, you need to change the deploy contract.js file. So to make sure that the webinar token will be deployed and migrate to the testrpc. Let's see if it can compile. I use truffle compile -all. Oh, what is that? Good luck. I'm sorry?
Did you already save the file?
I think so. Save match for any source. Save match.
This one. Did you save it?
I think so. Ah, you see, this is the problem.
Ah, okay.
Okay, truffle.
I think before we migrate the contracts, it's better if we analyze what's being compiled and what's the result of the compilation.
Okay. As you can see, it creates a new directory. It's called build directory, and it has all the contract. What Truffle actually does is they put all the sol file in the JSON files. As you can see, it's like an API for JavaScript to be able to use all this function. So if you see,
so as far as I know, that the contract itself, when it is already deployed, when it's already compiled,
yes,
it will create two important properties, which is the first one is the ABI and the second one is the binary, I think.
That is correct. And
because this this binary is useful when you want to deploy it using Mist.
Yeah. So it compiled it to the hexagon bytecode, right? So
yes, right.
And also has an ABI. But it actually what it does, if you compile it, it also put all this in a JSON file, so the JavaScript can, so you can, it's like an interface for the JavaScript, right?
That's how Truffle does it.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know how other compiler does?
Actually, I tried the Solidity compiler in Visual Studio Code, and it actually generates a similar scheme of files, but instead of compiling it into one JSON file, it separates the files. One is the ABI file, and one is the bin file, which is the bin file is the unlinked binary, and the ABI file is the ABI, this JSON statements here over here.
So it created two files. One is the ABI and one is the binary file, but on different files, right?
Yes, that's if you're not using Truffle. That's using the Solidity source compiler. This.
Okay. Okay. What will be the next step?
We migrated to testrpc.
Oh yeah, of course. If you are going to use it the first time, you can just do it like this, but I always use reset to be able to reset all of the... As you can see, it created a webinar token address, which is this one, and it actually migrate the contract to the test network. Let's see if it works. Maybe it's Truffle console. Okay. As Johanna said on the chat, Truffle is also using Web3. You can see it, Web3. You can see all the accounts on the Web3. It's actually the same accounts he created here in testrpc. So it connects the Web3 is connecting the Truffle console. It's actually a JavaScript console with the database, with the local database action. So let's create account 1. That's account 1. Let's see what the balance is of the account 1. This is the balance of the account 1. This is actually the Ether balance, not the token balance. It's also the Ether balance of the account 2. Is the Ether balance of account 3. But if you like to know what the balance is of the accounts, the token balance, you have to initialize the token before. So we will initialize it. Let's see what the total supply is. As you can see, I created 1 million of token. Let's see what the name of it. Whoa.
So you just have to use name.
Only name, huh?
Yes.
Okay, this look like strange, right? But it is in hexadecimal value. Let me show you that. Why is that? As you can see, if I convert it to normal ASCII, it returns my my token name, and it also has symbol. Symbol is WDT.
Why is your advertising so suggestive?
I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
maybe I have a wife, you know, who love panties. Okay, let's see what the balance is of the token of the account 1. So what I have done is that all the balance of the contract, it is connected to the main account, which is account 1. And you can see if you go to account 2, it doesn't have any balance, right? So let's send some of this token to the account number 2. So as you can see in the basic token, you have, if you call this function, you need the receiver address and the amount of token you want to send. So the receiver address is account 2, and it will be defaulted, will be sent from account 1. It's always default. I'll send 1000 tokens to account 2. Whoa. And if we check the balance of account 2, you can see it has 1000 tokens. Maybe right now we can put this token to MetaMask. Is that a good idea?
Yes. Let's use MetaMask.
Okay. If I want to use MetaMask, I have to restart the testrpc. And, oh sorry. So what you do is testrpc, and you can put the password of the MetaMask here. But I'm sorry, I cannot show you that because that's my private MetaMask, so I will put it here. Let me see. Whoa. Where is my database? I'm sorry, I'm looking for my database. actually, what I had done is I restarted MetaMask. I restarted testrpc with the MetaMask password. So let's go to MetaMask. If you want to add a new token, you need the token address and token symbol and this decimal of the token. So let's check what the token address will be. This must be the token address. What is that? That bin the token 0. Hey, it's not adding. What is the token symbol? Do you remember that?
The webinar.
WGT, yeah?
WGPT.
Are you serious?
And it's gone again.
Why isn't it adding my token? Do you know what I'm doing wrong?
Is it already connected to your testrpc or?
I think so.
Yeah, it should be. Should be.
Let me restart my testrpc. I think I'm doing something really wrong, right? It's not adding it. I don't know. Do you know what it is?
Is this account actually? Can I see your MetaMask?
Yes, of course.
Is it actually a listed account in your testrpc?
That's my main account,
Yeah,
right?
that's your main account. This one.
And as you can see, I have a balance, right? So it should work.
Yeah, that's weird. Can you? Yeah, what is the address again?
Can I shall I restart the Chrome? Maybe I can restart Chrome.
Okay.
Is it the problem that I already have a token in this? Shouldn't be the problem, right?
No, I don't think so.
It's not adding my token. Well, we can go further to ropsten testnet. What do you think?
Yeah, I think let's move on to ropsten.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, we're going to start get, and get is actually it's a command line interface for if you want to run full node of your blockchain. So what we're going to do is we're going to install get, but I have already installed it, and I'm going to run get with a testnet. So what you will need is this. I will show you. Get. So it's also asking me a password of it. My wallet address. All right, I'm connected to Get right now. What is that, Gilang? If you want to migrate your project to ropsten, you need to change the truffle.js file, and I'm running get on 546 port. So for me it's I think different than for Gilang. And it is my main account of Get testnet. Do I need to recompile everything, Gilang? Do you know that?
Sure.
Let's.
Yeah, it's better if you recompile it and no, actually, there's nothing's gonna change.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know. I understand.
Yeah, the issue. No, you just have to put it inside the networks. Okay.
I think I call it Elky, right?
Yeah.
Connect.
Can you make sure that the port is same?
How do
No,
I?
you click.
How do?
Just exit without the dot. Without the dot. Oh. Yeah, that's already the same port.
And is this my address also? Yeah.
Maybe don't use the console. Remove this.
Okay, I think my account's unlocked. How many children do you have, Gilang? This should be okay, right? Why is it not working?
What if you change the model export here? Are you seeing? What if you change the local host into the 127.0.0.1? Okay, so I just lost my mouse.
Like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's a copy paste error. Like. Let's see if I'm under. Yeah. Actually, is it unlocking my account or not?
It is. It's just that connect to your RPC.
What do you say?
It doesn't seem that Truffle is connected to your RPC. No. I think I know the problem. The actual command is not truffle migrate personality, but the truffle migrate
network.
And then space.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's so stupid. Yeah, you're right. Look, it's not. Yeah, of course. So we are now deploying it to the ropsten testnet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just gonna wait for the migration.
Let me see if there's any question. Oh, not this one. There's a question from Johannes. So when the number of token holder increase, which is stored in mapping balance, the size of banner size of the contract will also increase. Hence increase the gas price, isn't it? I think it only use a gas price when you make a change on your contract. In this case, if you transfer is you make a change on the contract, right? So yes, actually it will actually increase a little bit, but I don't think it will be more expensive because it's not how do you say, not expensive calculation. But if you only do a call like get name or get symbol or anything else, that only it won't use any of the gas price. Why is it taking so long to deploy to testnet?
I think you're adding in the
What do you say?
I think you're adding in the wrong directory. You have to initialize the GIF.
You are right. Oh, he's saving it now.
Ropsten LE. That's the other way around.
What happened?
Where is it?
I don't know.
Did you close it?
No, I don't. Maybe we'll check if it's already deployed
Okay.
or migrate. No, it's not. Maybe when I use this, I close the other one.
Ah, no way.
Yeah, I think so. Oh. Yeah, I think so.
Can you see it from the log? This transaction. I think we can copy the transaction and then use the Etherscan block explorer to see if the transaction is already saved or not.
On ropsten, right?
Yeah, ropsten. No, not the address. It's a transaction hash. You have to put it here.
Actually, we have already in a contract, right?
Okay.
So
Can you see it from the travel console again? See?
you,
There you go. Yeah?
okay, what would you like to see? Let me send some token to my own address. Maybe I can change. I can. No, sorry. That's my account on MetaMask. That's my, I think my testnet account.
Is that?
Oh, no, sorry. That's my.
I think
That's private. That's the private. I'm sorry. This is my.
No. That's the same account.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you have to put the seed word again.
Why is that thing? That is my account, right?
No, that's for your testrpc account.
Yes,
That's your testrpc account.
yes, that's correct. But that's not the same account what I use for to deploy ropsten, because I use this one. You see? So I'm
Yeah,
not
that one.
I'm not using the
That one
MetaMask
you got.
account.
This MetaMask account was from the testrpc from earlier.
Yes.
Because you used the seed word for the MetaMask, because the seed word is already for the previous MetaMask. What is it? MetaMask fault.
Yeah, but I want to send.
Because you have to.
I want to send
You have
from
to
the.
add. You have to add the account.
No,
Do you have the private key?
no. I want just to send Ether to this account. That's only what I want. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to.
That's a typo. That's transfer. Transfer.
So I'm transferring 1,000 of token to my MetaMask account.
Can you send me?
Of course. What is your address?
I sent it in Telegram.
Right now I'm not using Telegram, but
Okay, on YouTube.
let me start. Let me start.
On YouTube.
Can you hold on because I'm transferring.
Is it working?
I think so. So I'm sending you.
No, that's still your account. That's still your account.
No, it's Gilang account. So I'm sending.
Mine is. No, that's not mine.
Is that not yours?
0x0BE.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's yours.
I'm sorry. Can I stop it?
No?
Huh?
It's not. It's not copying mine.
Are you sure is that yours? B6. You send me this
Yeah,
account.
mine. Alright, so I change it to this one. I think it's a fault from my end. Sorry.
I'm going to add the address to MetaMask.
Can you see the account again? I copied it to YouTube again.
How much do you want? 10,000?
No, that's not enough.
Well, you see, it is working.
Can you copy the token address?
To you?
Yes, I want to see it in my MetaMask. I think it's still sending. I haven't yet received.
Yes, yours is still sending. But as you can see, I have sent a token. And I think I sent 1,000 of token, right? So you can see that my token has been added to my ropsten MetaMask account.
Okay.
Okay, what will be the next? I think it's already time, right? Maybe next time we can show everyone how it will work with the browser.
Okay.
Come on. Actually, everything what I'm doing here in Truffle, you can do it also on the browser, because you can add Web3 JavaScript on your browser, right? So everything what I do are up here, like Web3.e counts. All of this, you can do it also on your browser. Actually, what I'm doing is actually the same what you will do on browser. So, well, yeah. Did you receive the token, Bigila?
Not yet.
Because
Okay, I got it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can see.
Here, this is my address.
Okay. Okay, before we end this, is there any question, anything what you want to see? Maybe we can do it for 5 more minutes. AJ?
So how does it get calculated, this value?
Well, you have to register your token to Etherscan, and it has to be exchangeable on the exchange platform. In that way, it will look it will look to the value of the token. It will look to the exchange platform. So it depends on that. It will has a value or not. So like something like this. If you have new token, for example, this one is a new token, right? If you are in the exchange platform, Let me see.
Bit ASEAN.
Bit ASEAN. If we look to this address, oh, I think this is ropsten.
That's the ropsten.
Well, it has no value here, right? No, this is only the
Yeah.
token. Oh no, the token. This token doesn't have any ether value because we don't implement the payable function.
Yeah, this is for the ether balance and the
Yeah.
USD value of it, right?
Because they don't
So there's no.
I don't think they have the payable function here. That's why they don't have
No, they don't have it.
yeah. But if they have, the Etherscan will look to the to exchange platform and it will put this on the on value on token.
Okay.
There's a question for Elfin. Elfin, when we register the token, could it be like Ether or BTC? What do you mean about that? Based on yeah, okay. Let's finish it up. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope we can do this next time again. Maybe some with we can do it on a live network maybe next time. That would be great, right? To have our own token there. Bye everyone.
Yeah, but you have to pay.
You have to pay €1 for each token. TNT.